Hello everyone, this is Moses from Wilona's Cave, and in this video I'm going to be going through a lot of things. So take a look at the timestamps below, see what you're interested in. I'm going to be going through a lot, and I'm going to try to go quickly. Okay? Not to make it, I have other things to do. It's Labor Day weekend. Enjoy your Labor Day. I hope you are, everybody. But I have a lot of things to get through. You can see a lot of stuff on the table, and there's more stuff to talk about that I didn't display here on the desk. So let's talk about... let's get right to it. So the first thing on the list is the big elephant in the room. The duo here that I've loved playing since 2012, 2013. This duo, I've been playing this for decades, Warhammer that is. But I've been playing solo with this duo for a long time. So Season 2, Episode 1, it was Dungeon World and Warhammer Fantasy. Episode 2, I play tested Mystic Warriors, and I learned a lot of how to change the system of my system. So it was worth it, but watching Trevor for Me, Myself, and Die, I watched a live video from him, and I'm paraphrasing, but it opened my eyes, where he stated that he wished he didn't use, I think his system's Broken Empires, he didn't use it for Season 4, because now it's all changed. So people are relying on Season 4 to watch videos to learn about his system, but he's like, it's mostly changed. It's even better, it's smoother, and people, he just paraphrasing, I think he was stating or implying like, this season's, in my mind as a creator as well, not just creating this, but YouTube series, it's almost a waste, because it's not the system that I have made. It's totally changed. So it's if you're trying to push it out there, it's almost bad PR. It's like everything, all the kinks and stuff have been worked out, but the kinks were there when you were playing, so people were judging the system because that's what they see. So when he said all, this is all paraphrasing, by the way, but the implication is the same. He wishes he didn't play his system on the channel without it being really play tested. So same with, I don't want to feel that way, because it's already, Mystic Warriors already changed since that last episode. So I'm moving back to Dungeon World, this combo, and I've been playing this combo for a long time. Well, since 2012, 13ish. This is since the late 80s. Well, not this version, of course. Okay, so yeah, I'm working on Season 2, Episode 3 already. It's going well. It's going well. I'm really quick with this combo. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, next on the list, the Silent Cloister. So, my Dragonbane supplement for a solo playthrough with the waypoint system that's in the solo booklet, in the core rulebook set, or the box set. This is a solo series you could play if you like that waypoint system. So I've been waiting. I've been getting a lot of responses about this. People have been asking me like crazy, are you going to make more? I really like this. I've only been hearing positive things, and doing this now, this is the 23rd product I think I have now in a little over a year. If there's an issue with the product or someone doesn't like it, I hear about it really fast. So I haven't heard nothing yet. I've only heard 3 really positive things. A lot of YouTubers sharing it on their community post. It was shared somewhere else, I think on Reddit. I'm not looking for it, people just telling me. And other things. I've been hearing a lot of good things because people really like the waypoint system of Dragonbane, but there's not a lot of products out there that do it. And one person said there is some, but they're not that great. That's obviously subjective opinion, but still, that's a valid opinion to themselves. But they said when they play this, they really liked it, especially that there's a solo RPG aid as well to help you play if you're stuck or if you're a beginner with this. I'll link up everything in the description below, by the way, affiliate links in the comment section description. And any videos like that I can think of, I'll link up in the cards, like where is that, up here somewhere? But yeah, so people are liking it. So let's see if that's enough with this one. Yes, so it got Copper bestseller, by the way. I told all of them I'm going to give it 1 month to simmer. 1 month. I want to see, because this took a lot of work, but now that I got the skeleton structure of the system done, how I like to do it, I could just churn and burn and make more. You know, you're a witch hunter, you're a group of witch hunters, you're a vampire, you're a merchant that has a secret tunnel to go to another castle, or I don't know what. I could come up with so much other things. I was gonna say I'll be unstoppable, but I guess so. I could just keep on making these cool stories. How I made this playthrough, or this solo series or solo playthrough that you could play, was I played Dragonbane, and I wrote very descriptive notes, and I compile them into this. So this is actual playthrough that I did with Dragonbane, and I just made it into a product for you to play. So it got copper, so thank you for everybody for that. And I've been hearing good things. I've been only hearing good things. There'll be some bad ones. It's like, Moses, you suck, or whatever else. I don't know. Well, that's always common. But I haven't heard anything bad yet. Neither have I heard anything bad of Haiku Journey either, of at least the brochure edition. Let's see, is that it for that one? Yes. So next on the list, I want to thank Tabletop Wanderer. I'll link up I don't know, it's over here, right? Maybe. I'll link up a video. He is playing my game Whispers in the Fog. I don't have that out right now. Whispers in the Fog. I have a game of that. I'm playing with the Witch Hunters and Vampires, basically Helmut, to play test it more. Actually, sorry, that was with Haiku Journey. I'm sorry. I'm playing a Haiku Journey. There's a playtest of, or just me playing Haiku Journey with Helmut, Witch Hunter and stuff, with vampires. I'm doing a little short series playtesting with Whispers in the Fog with somebody. If you watch that video, you'll be surprised who. I don't want to mention who the protagonist is in that series. But Tabletop Wanderer is doing a great job. I'll link up, like I said, I'll link a video. Getting a lot of responses. I think he mentioned that it was the most watched video on his channel. So head over there if you want to see Whispers in the Fog being played. And I thank you. And I saw that we connected on Instagram too, so that's cool. So yeah, I'm on Instagram as well, if many of you didn't know, Wilona's Cave. That's pretty recent. But yes, so that's a thank you for a shout out there, and I'm really happy that your subscribers, your viewers, and you yourself are enjoying that game. That game is really fun, Whispers in the Fog. And that has sold quite a bit of copies, by the way. I'm so surprised. Out of almost all my brochures, like, that's almost top. Except for my solo supplements. That's a different story. But like a game, I think Whispers in the Fog is one of the top ones that have sold, like, many copies. All right, next on the list, artwork. I wrote artwork on my list. I don't know what it is. So I did a few community posts. I have a lot of people ask me about artwork. They go, Moses, how can I do it? How can I want to get into it, but I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know where to start. This is very difficult questions to answer. But the best way to answer it is, I can do art. I have a lot more art than this. I'm just working on my artwork now. I'll show you these. I almost forgot about these to talk about. And I have these. So I'll do it very quickly. Remember, there's timestamps. If you're not interested, move forward. Move this way. Click some more stuff to see if you like what I'm talking about. So, there's a lot of different types of art you can do. One is impressionistic. One is for easy, meaning quote unquote easier. You don't have to do heavy detail. One of it is something that's very interesting. It's called loose sketch or loose ink sketching, where you basically have a loose, like with your pen or pencil, but it's best with pen because it slides a little bit better on the paper. You just loosely are drawing, and you draw quick. You're not drawing slow. It's not about the detail. It's about getting what's in your mind on paper. So let me show you here. So I did and perspective. That's the other thing you want to work on is perspective. So I did something with loose ink sketching and perspective. So you can see right here, I did the X for the perspective, and loose sketching where I'm doing this fast. Like, this literally probably took me, I don't know, 50 seconds right here. Now, it's not great, but it shows you the perspective, and it shows you, obviously you can tell what it is. It's just houses. on a street, right? And I put some weird clouds. I didn't try to write wool or something like that. But yeah, so then I did another, I haven't posted this one yet, but this is just another idea. When I'm sketching and I'm thinking of stuff to draw, this is what I do. So this is very simple. Let me zoom in. This is very simple. So there's a little castle there, a little mass combat horse that's probably dead. Some sphere, try to do 3D and work on your shading. Some castles and things like that, some ideas, some cubes, etc. So you're like, well, this is not, you may draw like this. Like, I don't want to say it in a mean way. I don't know how to say this without being mean. But let's say you're not good at drawing and this is almost the best you could do right here. Okay? That's not bad at all. You know that's a castle or something, or a fort or something like that, or a fortress, a little one. You know how easy that is? Take a look how close. Look, that's nothing. There's nothing to it. It's quick drawing too. That castle did not take long at all. I don't remember. Remember, quick sketching, quick. I think like 40 seconds or less. Okay? Now you do this and draw some trees around it, some hills, some clouds, and boom, you got your art. Then put some color on it, and you got your artwork. Let's link that to this now. Let me put this away. I'll do this too. So this is also very quick. So before coloring, perfect segue to this. And I got some more up here. Before coloring, I showed this. I was just an experiment. This is also very quick sketching. I don't know how. I think this took like 25 seconds. Yes, I do time because I always try to see how long things take me. But anyways, I did this, and without coloring it, I showed my family. I think my son got it, but the rest of the family didn't understand what it was until I colored it. And they went, oh, how nice. Nice, in my mind. I go, this is, in my mind, being just, cynical or hard on myself. This is garbage. Nice. They said, no, you got the shade of the boat. I can see the boat. There's the ocean. There's some sand, a cliff. There's the sky, some clouds. This is very nice, Moses. Wow. They go, one person said, can you make one for me? I'm like, make one for you? This didn't take any time at all. This is like something you could do in elementary school. There's the point. You don't need to be able to do things like this or like this or here. What that took me so long. Oh, I think about 4 hours right there. 4 hours, and this took me with coloring probably 2 minutes. Okay? But this is where the quick sketching and even impressionistic come in. Impressionistic, this is just my definition of it. Impression of a beach. Okay? Impressionistic is really looking through, because we don't sit somewhere and look at something and paint. We don't look at something and that's what we do. We live in the moment. So impressionistic is all about the movement of something. So if a boat goes past you, you're not going to see every detail. It's going to be a little bit of a blur, or if you walk by a boat or a ship, you see it blurry a bit. And that's how Monet would paint. So that's kind of like this, where there's not much detail. You get just your thoughts on paper. Okay? So this is what I would suggest for many of you to do. Stuff like that. So this right here, I think it took about 1 minute and 47 seconds. This is an idea of a soldier I have, or a knight. Oh, let me zoom in. Right here. Okay? Now, if you look close, where the leg? I don't know. I didn't even draw a leg. There's not really hands. Why is he holding the sword like that? I don't know. I really screwed up with the helmet too. I didn't want to go. I wanted to be turned towards me more a bit. And the red feathers on the helmet are inspired by the Knights of More of Warhammer. The Black Guard, really. They're wearing black armor, but they have a really huge plume of red feathers on their helmet. And this is a monastery in a street. This is all loose sketching of ink. Okay? And very light on the colors. I did a light blue and then orange on the left-hand side, meaning like a sunset, and then shading here and there. Okay? This is a monastery and a little bit of houses and a street. Okay? That's it. That's all you got to do. Okay? And then you can put a little bit more detail in there, and you could include it in your product if you're interested in making products. There's so many of you that are interested in making products. Do it. Do it. You won't regret it, okay? Don't worry about what people say. You know how many things people say about me every day? Every day? Not just on YouTube. I hear it everywhere. Just search Like, I search by name sometimes, I see something. I don't know. I should stop doing that. I don't really care what people say, but I'm just like, I'm interested. What's going on? Ooh, God, that's nasty. All right, I'll shut it off. I'll turn it off. I don't want to see it. Anyways, okay. I think that's about enough with that artwork. Okay, next thing on the list. Coriolis. All right, I've been getting... I only got it twice. Sorry, I'm in a rocking chair. That's why you see this. I'll try to stop. I got it twice, but it's my own idea. Free League has released, at least for the Great Dark, I think, the new one. They released a third-party license, open license, and they're going to release a license of the Third Horizon. I have all the PDFs. I don't have any of the books. I have rummaged through it. I've never played it, but someone knows that I mentioned a long time ago that I'm Armenian Lebanese. My family is from the Middle East. We're all over, even in Africa, Ethiopia, in Europe, but we're around the Mediterranean. That's my heritage. And they go, Moses, you know that Coriolis is like, what do they say? Arabian Nights in space. They go, it's the clothing of like Arab, Middle Eastern clothing, food, spices. They go, you could probably do some, because they know they like the game Echoes of the Hidden. Everything will be linked in the description below, by the way, in comment section. That is a Middle Eastern, ancient Middle Eastern setting game. That's one of my first games I started creating for this channel. I need to get back to that because I really like that setting. Kind of like almost like Assassin's Creed setting, kind of. Not setting, but like playthrough. In ancient, Mesopotamia and all that kind of stuff. What is that? Odyssey or Origins? Is it Origins, the video game? In ancient Egypt? Can't remember. So they know I like that type of stuff. They go, this is like this, but outer space. They go, imagine what you can do, like the artwork, or you could do solo things for Coriolis. So I'm interested, okay? Now, I only have so much time and everything like this, but I'm interested. That interested me, and I looked through the book. There's a lot of lore in Coriolis. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see what their, what do you call it? Their open licenses is probably like Dragonbane or the Dark, or the new one, Coriolis, where it's just 1 or 2 pages. So I'm interested, okay? So all the questions that I got about those, there's a few of them, wasn't too many. I'm interested. Okay, I'll look into it. We'll see how that goes. Okay, next thing on the list, the Lantern of Solitude. This is my this is a mini version. They're different. These are different adventures completely. But this is like a mini pamphlet version of playing solo or with a group, or you can use this as GM to play your own, with a group of people. You could use this as your adventure. Okay, this is a massive. So far, I think it's more than this. It says 15 pages. I think it's more. And a lot of artwork. A lot of artwork is in this one. Some of the artwork is right here. But this is the artwork for Mirewake. So when you go into a city or a settlement, you can go into Mirewake. So this is set in my setting of Mirewake. And it's a solo game. It has a lot of artwork in here. To play through. So this is a mini version of how I could do games, and this is the bigger version. Okay, so that all the artwork is complete. I'm just play testing more and editing more. So this is nearing completion to release this one, to publish this one. A lot of work went into this. This Silent Cloister, or at least the pamphlet versions of Dragonbane's Waypoint system for solo. This is because I really wanted to make something quicker, which this still took a long time to make. I wanted to make something quicker to see if people would like this type of game I'm doing. And the response has been great. So now I know that the almost 300, thus far, 300 hours I put into this won't go to waste, because it mimics the same type of gameplay. Okay, so that one, I think let's see, need more testing, finish our, yeah. Okay, now, next thing, EZD6 Compendium. So I am almost done with my first EZD6 third-party product. Thank you to the Discord of EZD6 and Scotty, of course, for helping and your advice. So that will be the first product. It's already it's 59 pages, A5 size. You could print, if you go to your printer, you could always expand it and fill up the whole page. But I'm making it A5 size. So I have the books over here. By the way, EZD6. It's going well. I'll share the table of contents. Before I say that, there's gonna be no art. It's a compendium. It's more of a resource. It's designed nicely. They have a border that Scotty made for anybody doing third-party content. So it looks really pretty. I think so. It looks really nice, and it's the first time ever that I like the layout of what I've done in my products. I'm not good at page layout. Okay, now for the table of contents for the EZD6 Compendium. It's in 4 sections. The first thing is cohorts. It's inspired by Sword World, which I've loved for many years. Not when it first came out, but in the mid 2010s, etc. That area. I love Sword Worlds because of the fellows that they have, and I'm creating cohorts for Mirewake, my own system. Everything, like I said, Mirewake is my own system, and EZD6, where you can have basically people that help you. They have lackeys in EZD6, but this is not expendable individuals. This is people that have their own backstory, etc. An example of one will be Helmut. They'll be Helmut, Damara, whoever else I can think of will be in EZD6 Compendium and Mirewake, where you could have them tag along with you, and there'll be some little quick rules about them, what to do, and you really can't control them too much. You have to roll, just like on Sword World. You have to roll, especially if you don't know what to do. You have to roll on a D6 table to see what they will do. So it's pretty cool. They don't die. They either flee, run away, and get knocked out. Not really knocked out, but still, they don't die. They usually just leave and then come back the next day, or they never come back again, etc. But anyways, there'll be more about cohorts later on. So that's the first thing. The next thing on the list is edges. I'm making a whole bunch of edges that are going to be categorized. There's going to be categories for edges and inclinations, aka skills, for EZD6. I think I made 6 categories for each of edges, inclinations, and that's the just scratching the surface. I have so many. I love skills, and I love edges or talents or traits or feats. I love those things. That's the number one thing of what I love about ttrpgs. That's why I love Warhammer so much. Things like that. So there'll be so cohorts, edges, inclinations, and the last thing will be schools of magic. Yes, there'll be schools of magic that I'm creating that are going to be for the setting of Mirewake, but it could be used anywhere for EZD6. So if you want to play EZD6 in your own fantasy game, I'm making schools of magic. I think I made 12 schools of magic right now. Maybe I didn't know. I did 12 cohorts and examples of them and their own D6 tables, their own history, etc. I don't remember how many schools of magic, but I did a lot. Maybe it was 15, somewhere around there. And each one has 5 spells that are simply narrative, and then the PL used, power level, of the spell will affect. So it could be like a spell, this is the effect, and if you use, and it will, let's say for instance, it's a target of 1 for PL1, 2 targets or 3 targets for PL3, or PL3 could be an area of effect, how big it gets, but the PL is the key, the power level. Each spell will have an effect, and then further affected by how the power level you do. Very quick narrative, 1 to 2 sentences each for EZD6. But yeah, so that will be for the compendium. And then Schools of Magic, where I'll say the history and what it's about, etc. Well, maybe I won't include the history, because it's more of a, that's more of the Mirewake side. So regardless, I'm still working on it, but it's almost done. EZD6 Compendium is not that much work left. It's 59 pages, I think. I don't know, it might not end that way. It might end less or more. I'm not too sure. But that'll be sometime in the short future. That'll be my first product for EZD6. Okay, next thing on the list. Trevor's Broken Empire. I have gotten a few, not too many, but I've gotten a few people asking, well, they've asked me, am I going to buy it? Am I going to play with it? Am I going to play a solo series with it? Okay, so I only have so much time, but I am interested in making third-party content for as many products as I can. Why not? Okay, it helps the bottom line. It makes, a lot of the things I'm already making, I just change things around and make it for another system, just like they do for the One Ring. The One Ring has a 5e edition, okay? All they're doing is they're using all the same things and just modifying it to 5e. So I could just modify it to EZD6, modify it to Broken Empire, modify it for Dragonheart, or Daggerheart, I was about to say. That's going to be the next thing on the list. Dragonbane, etc. So Trevor, if you're watching, if you want to share this video with Trevor, if you like, because he is saying in the live that he did in Gen Con, if I have enough people that are interested, I'll consider doing a third-party license, something like that, paraphrasing. I am interested. I have already, this is just like a resume. I've already proven that I can make products. I could sell them. I could do bestsellers. I could go in the top 10 multiple times, and I still have a product that's in the top 10 right now on drive-through. So I am interested in making third-party content, and I am a solo player as well. I can make solo adventures for it. I could do supplements for it, etc. And I do all my art. I do everything in-house. I don't hire out. I do my own art. Hence, I heard you in the live. The reason why Broken Empires isn't finished is because you're waiting on the artwork. I do my own artwork. I don't wait for artists, and I know how that is. You hire them as a hungry artist, and once they get a job, they're not so hungry anymore. They take their time, or their portfolio wasn't really truthful. It wasn't really their artwork or whatever. Like they're subcontracting the artwork out, and then you find out that's the reason why everything's taking forever. I'm not saying that's what's happening with you, Trevor, if you're watching. I'm just saying, I know art takes a long time. I don't have to wait for anybody for artwork. I do my own things, okay? But I am interested, once again, Trevor, I'm interested in making content for your system, okay? So, let's see, anything else? Interested? I have 2 minutes. Okay, yeah, Broken Empire is done. So next thing on the list, Warhammer the Old World, the new system that Cubicle 7 is making. The most requested right now, at least for the past couple months, about Moses, what do you think about it? Moses, are you going to play a solo series? Moses, this, that, the other. And I've been replying, I'm not going to do anything in terms of talking about it or whatever until I get the hardcover in hand. Then I'll do some stuff. I may even play a solo series with it as well. That'd be interesting if I do a solo series with Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay and the Old World, like going back and forth. Helmut and then Vienna and Hayden instead of Dungeon World. We'll see. It's a different setting, but it doesn't matter. It's the rules I want to look at. Well, I've already read the rules there. It's more streamlined, okay? So people asking, okay, I'll say this. I wasn't going to say so much. It actually in the notes says don't talk about it too much. But I'll say this about the Old World. When I've been playing Warhammer since the late 80s. Only solo, but since the late 80s. I've played all systems except third. It's a bad word in my house, 3rd edition Warhammer. It's a bad word in my... Now I have to wash my mouth with soap because I mentioned it. But the number one reason why people don't play, let me state it this way. I always hear this. Always, never fail. Moses, I love the setting of Warhammer. Everybody says it. Have you seen the artwork of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay? And the setting? Oh, you can't beat it. It's 40 years in the making. So many books. But, Moses, I just don't like the rules. I love the setting, hate the rules. Moses, can I play with Savage Worlds? Yes, you can. Moses, can I play with Dungeon World? Yes, you can. Moses, can I use the setting and play with this system? Yeah, you can do anything. Okay? You play D&D Warhammer and do the setting of with D&D and play Warhammer. In the setting of Warhammer, the old world, Reichland or wherever you want to play, Lustria. There's even Arabia. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Keslev, there's a whole bunch of areas. You can play it, okay? But now, the old world, the new version coming out, well, the different, I think it's 200, I didn't read it, the time frame, but it seems like it's like 200 years before this setting. 200 years before. I think this is going to be the one where people are going to go, I love the setting, and I love the system. I love the rules now. It's much more streamlined, much more condensed. There's not a whole bunch of characteristic, aka attributes. Like this one has 11. I think the old world has 5 or 6, I think. Like they toned it down. There's zones now. Combat's more streamlined. I like the combat of 2nd edition Warhammer, but I will admit the combat of the old world looks pretty cool. I think, truly what I think, you don't want to know what I think? Yeah, Moses, you're acting like you could hear us talking to you. The 5 years this has been out, this version. Has it been 5 years? I think so. A little over 5 years. Maybe 6. I don't know. I can't remember. They've gotten tons of feedback. And I think, and they keep making stuff like the magic was a problem, so they created Winds of Magic right over here. And then on top of it, they went to Archives of the Empire 3 and improved the magic even more. So they're homebrewing their own system, okay, which I already do, because the magic isn't that great in core for Warhammer. It is not, I'm going to say it is not good. It's actually its worst combat, and magic is horrible in 4th edition, okay? It's not good. It's not good. It's clunky. I mean, there's weapon length in here. I hate that. You have to do, and it doesn't make sense. You know, like you get like a benefit to having a long, like let's say a pike. Well, what about someone that's agile with daggers? They could go around that person with a pike and just stab them really easily. You know, the weapon length thing is so weird. And of course, you could do whatever you want. You don't need to use it. But still, they went a little too hard on this book, trying to, I don't know. That's getting beside the point. All I know is in the old world, they streamlined it a lot. And they learned from this. They had to have. They learned from this and said, we're not going to do it this way. We're going to do it with the feedback we received over the years. That's what I think the old world is. So you can take all the books of this that you have, all the settings, all the books, the supplements and all this from Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, and just use the core of the old world. And now the old world has a player's guide and a GM guide. So they learned from that too. Okay. I don't want to talk about it. I'm waiting for the hardcovers to come in. And then I'll talk more about that. Okay? Let's see. Next thing on the list, Daggerheart. I gotten a few requests about Daggerheart. Moses, will you ever consider doing products for Daggerheart? You can see there's some right now, and they're doing pretty well. Of course they are. There's none around for third party for Daggerheart. But the current, or what it was when I looked at it, the open license, the third party license, ridiculous. I don't know how many pages it was. But I started flipping through it and I went, I'm not dealing with this. See ya. God, it's horrible for a third-party creator. I'm not doing it. So there'll be nothing. I was interested because it's all about the bottom line. Everything's about the bottom line. If it isn't, then why isn't your products for free? If you charge even $1, it's about the bottom line. You want that money, okay? And the third-party license of Daggerheart is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't want to deal with it. I have other systems I could use. EZD6, the Dragonbane, Trevor, the Broken Empires, maybe you one day. Or a whole bunch of other stuff. Coriolis. Okay, I do not need to do anything with Daggerheart and their current third-party license. No way. No thank you. Got other things to do anyways. Okay, this was a long video because I haven't done videos in a long time and I had a lot to talk about. There's still even more to talk about. Mirewake. It's on the list. Mirewake. Whoever bought everything will be in the description, comment section, affiliate links. Whoever bought it, version 1.12, I believe, is coming out. I just need one more piece of art and then I need to clean up a few other things. It's going to be a huge expansion to that pamphlet version I created. Okay, my original. Okay, a lot more artwork, a lot more cool stuff. It's just one more piece of artwork that I have to do. All right, a really cool piece of artwork that I'm trying to finish. And then I'll clean it up here and there and put it out. All right, so this is a long video. I think that's enough. All right, everybody. Happy gaming. Bye.